get it. The Treehouse was only used in the first installment, but every other piece of media has these things listed as Treehouse of Horror specials. So until you get consistent with these titles, we will consistently sin or something. Maybe there were still Elvis Ain't Dead jokes going on in 1993, but it'd been long enough that this seems like a really lazy aside. Shame on you, Simpsons. Shame on you. Excuse me? A balanced budget is very much alive. It's the best feeling. Second only to perfect proportions on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. What's that? Sex? Oh, right, yeah, second only to sex. I have that. So is this expressing the idea that violence on TV was dead in 1993? Pretty sure NYPD Blue, Homicide, Life on the Street, Walker, Texas Ranger, and Diagnosis Murder would disagree with you. The Watching Dead. Also, I'm no zombie expert, but The Simpsons breaking through a perfectly constructed floor seems a bit of a stretch. They have brittle zombie arms. They would crumble and break. Everyone else got the quotations around their silly Halloween name, but James didn't. So is his middle name Hell for real? Or do people just hate the man?
Paintings. Lifeless images rendered in colorful goop.
I was going to send Bart Serling's opinion on art here, but no, that seems pretty accurate, so we'll just send paintings. Yep, the sin is paintings.
Now you hold Maggie. I'm going to buy some earrings at the gift shop.
Putting Bart in charge of Maggie.
Well, there were a few left, but we chucked them at an old man for kicks.
And did you also douse them in glue to help them stick to the old man? Because these would have slid off the back of his head before he made it 10 feet. I was told recently that satyrs have constantly erect penises. Peni? Peace? Panera? Regardless, I'm now passing on this valuable information to you so that we can all turn to our neighbors and state, you know, Flanders really should have a visibly erect penis here. You're welcome.
Many people offer to sell their souls without reflecting upon the grave ramifications.
Speaking of grave ramifications, those pectoral injections really didn't work out for you, Devil Flanders. You've got some serious bubbling going on there.
Hey, wait. If I don't finish this last bite, you don't get my soul, do you?
If Homer was smart enough to figure out how to outsmart the devil, then why didn't he request more donuts? This Jell-O is going to be flavored with hot dog, sandwich, and chicken. And sure, there's an entire box of baking soda in the back of the fridge, but do your part and use containers to, contain the food. Freezer door has no paper. Freezer door has paper.
A year wide behind won't save you this time.
If you have the ability to make an opening to hell, why do you not have the ability to make it as wide as you need it to be? Gluttony. So the clock strikes midnight and then the lawyer walks in, but now the clock reads 1:50 a.m. And when he turns to leave, it's suddenly 12:35. I guess the old saying is true. Time flies when you're having lazy continuity errors. Yeah, pentagrams are creepy looking and all, but they are actually supposed to protect you from evil. So the devil is essentially creating a barrier for himself and wouldn't be able to enter the house. Show doesn't know how to pentagram correctly. Also, if the show is bringing attention to the possibility of summoning the devil for a deal, they should try to be consistent with his appearance. Do you draw a star thingy and light it on fire or not? Answer quickly. This lighter fluid seems to be evaporating more quickly than I anticipated.
Hear ye, the Court of Infernal Affairs is now in session.
I'd like to point out that skeletons have no lips or tongue, so this really should sound like, hear ye, spelling donut with a UG. It's just ugh.
Dad, I wouldn't go outside if I were you.
Cops will do anything for a donut, cliche. Having a Twilight Zone parody in your Night Gallery parody.
If I lean over, I leave myself open to wedgies, wet willies, or even the dreaded rear admiral.
Maybe wedgies, but wet willies are actually easier to give when someone is sitting down and facing forward. I mean, don't ask me how I know. Really kind of want you to like me. Also, screw you, show. Now I have to add rear admiral to my incognito lookup later list.
Foolish earthlings.
Kodos and Kang have to make an appearance in a Simpsons Halloween special, whether it makes sense or not, cliche.
Dad, do you notice anything strange?
Yeah, his hairdo looks so queer.
That's racist.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father.
Burns' vampy chompers are so far apart. Bart's neck should have one puncture wound on each side.
Come join us, Lisa. It's so cool. You get to stay up all night drinking blood.
Simpsons lot. Also, apparently vampire powers give you an ability to speak clearly through a window pane. Not sure they even need to worry about staking Mr. Burns. He's clearly going to be set on fire at some point since he so carelessly left those unattended candles burning.
I'm the head vampire.
This reveal is frustrating considering Marge feigned concern for Bart turning into a vampire and also concern for things being too dangerous for Maggie. And sure, they didn't want us to suspect Marge, but instead of saying,
Homer, we gotta do something. Today he's drinking people's blood. Tomorrow he could be smoking.
she could have said, he's never been a bat before, he could hurt himself. The reveal would be in layers and we can all have our shocking moment.
Happy Halloween, everybody!
Okay. I guess in order to relieve the tension of seeing a chopped up Homer, a decapitated Flanders, and a vampiric Marge, they thought they'd need to throw in the most vanilla option they could find. So they gave us the Peanuts Christmas special?
I've been bit by a vampire flea!
There's this proud moment in every content creator's life when their creative offspring head out on their own channel adventures and don't need Papa CinemaSins anymore. Well, that. Don't you forget where all this started and get your ass back over to CinemaSins before dark, damn kids.
How is Elvis, and have you seen him lately?
Of course, I refer to... Ew, baby spit!
And I do my little turn on the catwalk.
Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
Flanders! You're the devil?
I have so many names.
You will now answer to the charge of being a grievously savage race.